Good afternoon. This is Myrna Manzanares. And today I'm here sitting with Robbie Thigpen, our marine scientist in Belize, talking about the books that he has written that deals with science in our language as well. There are 4 books that he wrote in Belize. The Mayan language, the Garifuna language, the Spanish language, and the Kriol language. And yes, if you were thinking that Kriol is not a language, Kriol is a language. Now, all of these languages are very important in Belize, as in that particular language, they have words that are different than the words they use in science. And our children need to know what those local words are and the scientific words are. For example, in Kriol, we have words in Kriol that we don't have in science. For example, even the mangrove in English, because English is our language of instructions, but even we say mangrove in English. But in Kriol, we don't say mangrove, we say mangrove. And there's a different accent on all of that, right? So you might not understand what it is, but mangrove is mangrove in English, and it's different in Garifuna, and it is different in Maya. So we need to know what are the specific words in Kriol that are the scientific word, so that the children could understand when they read a book in English and they see the scientific word, they know it means that particular word in Kriol. Now, when we talk about the ecosystem, right? What does that mean? We don't talk about ecosystem in Belize, but we are looking at the way the water is. You have things that grow above and things that grow below. And part of that system dictates what happens to those ones where grow underneath under the water and the one where they over the water. Very important to know the difference between those 2 types of, whether it's a plant or what have you. So when you read this book, you're going to find all of those things that helps us to decide the differences between Kriol and English, but not only Kriol and English, but the differences between the way we say things in a Kriol and the way it is said in science. Remember, very, very important to know the difference in the scientific, from the scientific part to the English part. Or not only the English part, but from the scientific part as well as the Kriol part. For example, I just want to read a little thing, all right? So that we could kind of more understand what we're talking about. Let's look at Bobby. What did I do with the thing that we were just doing? What did I do? No, but I had it before then. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
You just have to cut out and add in.
Keep it going.
Yes, like I was saying, we want to look at the little part so you could see what I'm talking about when we talk about the science part and when we talk about the Creole part. And you notice that I go between English and Creole, right? The language, that's my language. And I will automatically do that at times. But here, if I look at this and talk about the mangrove, or the mangrove, and I would say, without the mangrove then, we not got protection. No, we not got protection for hurricane, erosion. Another problem, we come from that thing. Let me read it again. Without the mangrove then, we not got protection for hurricane, erosion. Another problem we come from that thing. If we lose the protection of the mangrove then, how that will affect the safety of the people, or the safety of the people then will live by the sea. That's the one problem, yes. The one problem that mangrove ecosystem, they broke up all over the world, not only the Belize, you know. The damage to the long side ecosystem then stretch out far on top. This bad for the farmer and who for food security, pen pan, healthy ecosystem. Then get like bad. You could see one. What is Nyanji? You could see one Nyanji or Nyanji. That's the Western Reef Garland. Oh, you see? And if I remember that with that, the Nyanji, that's the Western Reef Garland. Then you got Adria Qualaris. Then in the Spanish, the scientific thing, you know. You could see then they walk in at the mangrove bush. Where they get back good again. What you thinking they do? They look for food. Plus plastic, that one bad thing for the food chain. It broke it up. You could see microplastic, the floating at the picture at the top right. If you look up the top right, you could see the plastic to float. Right? And this is a picture, nice picture, by Agnes Mukami Gaza B. Pankenia. Alright? Now, you know that you could plant your own mango tree? Yes, you could plant your own mango tree. And how you do that? How you plant the mango tree? That's easy, you know. Easy. Cut. Bobby, before you plant. Right? Yes. You could plant your own mango tree. Now, what you need, the materials that we need to plant the mango tree. You have, this is an outdoor activity, so you could do it yourself and you could do it at school. The materials you need, that the mangrove propagules, and you know what the propagules is? That is seeds, right? So you can understand that the real name, propagules, that's seeds. These can be collected all year round from the parent mangrove tree. Each student could collect 3 to 5 of them seeds. Then you empty 2-liter soda bottles, the plastic bottles. 3 of them there, or 5 of them there per student. Then you want the coconut fiber, right? You want muddy soil substrate from the mangrove forest. You dig up all of them muddy style. You want one bucket, you want your scissors, and you want to water. Now, how you do that? Choose an area in your school with enough shade. Cut the top half of the plastic bottles with scissors. In a bucket, mix the muddy soil with the coconut, or I like saying the word coconut, with the coconut, right? The coconut fiber. The ratio should be like 2:1. Fill half of each plastic bottle with the mixture. Place the red brownish part of one propagule in the soil of each bottle. Remember propagule, that is the seed. Now, label the bottles with the date of when you sow it, when you started it, and then you put the student name. Place the bottle in the shaded area that you previously identified. Water the propagules daily with fresh or brackish water for a period of 4 to 5 months before you take them out. And that means before outplanting. Together with your teacher, ask collaboration with local authorities to identify the best places and times to plant the mangrove. You need to ask permission. On the day and place indicated, place the propagules in the substrate the same way you did in the plastic bottles, leaving a distance of about 35 centimeters apart from each other. Now, you want to make sure you do this, all right? Make sure, because you want that to grow, right? Now, what about the schools that are not close to the sea coast? Huh? You want to build a nursery of native trees, right? In your community. So what materials you need for that? You need the native tree siblings from your area, 3 to 5 per student. You need empty 2-liter soda plastic bottles, 3 to 5 per student. You need garden soil, right? You need compost, and this can be made from organic leftovers at home, all of your food and so you already eat. You need a scissors, and you need water. Now, what is the procedure to do that? You choose an area in your school which receives sunlight for only a few hours each day. Cut the top half of the plastic bottles with scissors in a bucket. Mix the garden soil with the compost in a ratio of 2:1. Fill half of each plastic bottle with the mixture. Place one seedling in each bottle. You want to label the bottles with the date when you sowed it, the species of the plant, and the student name. Place the bottles in the school area that you had identified before. You have to water the seedlings every day with fresh water. Seedlings will be ready for you to plant or for outplanting when they grow to a size of approximately 45 to 50 centimeters. Together with your teacher, ask collaboration from local authorities. Ask the local authorities to help you to identify the best places and time to plant these trees. And this is very, very important. All right? Very important. So, you want to do this. You have the one when you're living by the sea, and you have the plant that you can plant that are within your area. Now, how to think clear, how for got good sense, right? Now, if the mango then start to grow, what you think that would be where? All right, listen again. If the mango then start to grow, or not go, but go away. If the mango then start to go away, you think that would have be one good thing or one bad thing for climate all over the world? Huh? Why? If mangroves become extinct, and extinct means that they can no longer live, would the global climate be affected positively or negatively? Why? A lot of the fish, like the gray snapper, make Lojanus grace. Right? They make money for the fishermen, then we depend on the system where the mango they create. If the mango then disappear, how you think that will affect the whole country? We have to think about those things, no? Many commercially important species, like the gray snapper, depend on the ecosystems created by the mangroves. Explain how the economy would suffer if mangroves were reduced. You have to think about these things. Give 3 examples of how mangrove they help plant and animal will live under the sea. How the mangrove they help the plant and the animal them where they are under the sea. Give 3 examples of the mangroves as providers for marine life, and that is very important. Without the mangrove there, we don't got protection from hurricane, erosion. Another problem will come from their thing. If we lose the protection of the mangrove, how that will affect the safety of the people who live by the sea. Think about all of them things here. Very important. Now, did I read or tell you everything about the mangrove? Well, let me just read this last paragraph here. I think I done read this already. The problem, the mangrove ecosystem, they broke up all over the world, and I want you to remember that. Remember the damage to the land side, to the ecosystem. Remember all of these things because it's very, very important. And I hope you don't forget.